Good morning, family. What can I say? God woke us up on this beautiful day. He's generous, he's wonderful, he's kind and great. So let's show the Father we appreciate. God's good, God's good, God's good. Good morning, family. What can I say? God woke us up on this beautiful day. He's generous, he's wonderful, he's kind and great. So let's show the Father we appreciate. God's good, God's good, God's good. God's good, God's good, God's good.
Yeah, Mike Type One Show. Tell your mama now. Hey, y'all, it's your boy, Michael Colyar. Oh, wait, it's another beautiful day. Hey, y'all, wake up, take it up, please don't break it up. And guess what? I've done that twice this morning. I thought I already started this doggone show, and I didn't hit start button. That helps a lot. Hey, y'all, it's your boy, Michael Colyar, world famous, world renowned, often talked about alleged comedian with a very special edition of the Mike Colyar Morning Show. Our friend, Dr. Umar Johnson, is here. As so many questions we want to ask that the whole show is dedicated to him. But first, before we get there, we got a couple of little business things we got to do. Got to do roll call. Sometimes we like to do the top 7 people, first 7 people to come in. Some of these folks, they hit every single solitary day. I think all these are. Sabrina Fields, hey, baby. How you doing? Deanna. Man, Deanna, you be writing. Deanna, man, she write a book on here. Thank you, baby. She greets everybody coming on. Stacy Quinton, always feeling black, magnificent. Gail Keith, Rosemary Smith. I love Rosemary Smith. Kathy Sloan, my niece, and Digital Share. Hey, Valerie, welcome to you guys, and thank y'all for being regulars all the time and on time. And today, our show, like I say, we usually do like comedian, musician, poet, prayer. We know we have, but today we have one comedian. Then we're getting right to Umar Johnson. Okay, and then me and Umar are going to talk a little bit on the first half. Then we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with an astute panel, a panel of worthy intellectuals. And we're going to ask more questions. But mostly, this show is put here so you have a place to start your day every morning with laughter and prayer. If you start your day with laughter and prayer, you create a force field of positivity around you that no BS can penetrate. And your day always ends the way it begins. So I hope you start your day with an attitude of gratitude. And I want to say welcome to the show. Let me get my team on right away because we ain't got no lot of time to fool around. I have 2 co-hosts with the mostest. First of all, Straya Black is funny. Can you, Straya Black, right here? Hey, Straya Black. How you doing, mama?
I am feeling like Denise Huxtable.
I like it. I like the hat and how you wore. What's on top? Oh, okay. It's interesting because you come on with hats and you don't show the top sometimes. You just show the inside. It's a completely different look. When you just see the, oh, that's fly. You look good. Good morning. And the other co-hostess and also the producer of the show, Straya Funny AF. Straya Funny AF.
Katie Funny AF.
Hey, Straya. Oh, no, it's Katie. Katie Funny AF. I'm mixing up my co-hostess. You did the right thing by not coming in, girl. Don't come in when I call you somebody else. See?
I thought you had hired somebody else, boss.
You're like, oh, now it's 2 Katies on this show. I'm excited about today's show, and I ain't gonna lie, I can't hide it. But first, I do want to tell you guys something. The big contest I've been promising for 3 days is actually today. All right, today it's a $100 contest. We're gonna find out who won at the end of the second segment with Dr. Umar. The contest is real simple, y'all. I'm a kid at heart. If you open my cabinet, you'll lose your mind. I got cookies and chips and everything that's snack. I'm a snack food, but I also love cereal, man. I'm a cereal killer. I ain't lying about that. So I have 5 boxes of cereal in my cupboard. I took a picture of it. I ain't lying to you. I took a picture. So all you have to do is come up with the name of all 5. What 5 cereals would I have in my cupboard? I can tell you right now, I like sweet stuff. Ain't gonna be no muesli, okay? Ain't gonna be no shredded wheat. You can let that go, all right? It's gonna be garbage. That's what I eat, that junk that the kids eat. So if you get all 5 boxes, I'm sending $100 to you before the show's off the air. Cash out, boom, go spend that money, honey. Okay, you guys want to get something in before we get right to our comedian? My comedian.
I'm excited about the comedian as well, so I'm ready to get to that whenever you ready.
Charles Walden is my friend too. This guy is fantastic, and he's going to be on the show with us this weekend. We have 3 comics on the show at our restaurant in Winston-Salem, Simply Sonia's, and he's one of the comics on there. This boy, I've been knowing him 20 years, and he is outstanding. Go on, hit that thing. Let's get official. Hey family, it's time for Michael Colyar's Comedy Corner. Some of the funniest comedians on the planet have been on this show. Over 800 comedians. Now remember, the host and the co-hosts are all comedians, so don't come on this show for unfunny. Come unfunny if you want to. That's your batukas. It's up to you. If you ain't funny, woo, it's gonna be a long walk back to the car. So come on here and give us your best. It's Michael Colyar's Comedy Corner. Let your hair down and laugh. All right, hey, without further ado, this is my man, like I said, 100 grand, Charles Walden. Woo! Yeah, boy.
So I'm on. Okay, cool.
Yes,
What's up with yourself? Can I get a happy belated birthday? Yesterday was my birthday.
oh,
Happy
wow.
birthday.
Happy belated birthday, bro.
Yeah, I start us Libras off, so
That's right. All right, Libra's just started. My wife's Libra. She be Saturday.
Yeah. Well, she a September Libra, so she good.
Yeah.
October Libras, there's something off about them, but September Libras are like the best.
I love it, brother. Well, what you got for us today, Charles?
Not much. Just coming on here to shout out that I'm gonna be with your crazy ass on this weekend, with the 27th, 28th down in North Carolina, Winston-Salem. At Simply Sonia's with Chris Thomas and my man Dante Carter. So we're gonna have a fun time. It's not gonna be too hot. It look like the temperature gonna be in the 70s. Cause southern heat I can't do. Cause I got diabetes and I'll be sweating out my little bit of sugar I got in me, and I'll be super lightheaded. So I'm gonna be down there, and yes, I'm gonna hit the Waffle House.
I hate the Waffle House. I'm sorry. I just think it's the worst place in the whole wide world.
I love the Waffle House. If I ever get married, Waffle House gonna cater my wedding.
No.
Yep. I just love it for some reason, but we're gonna be down there being stupid at Simply Sonia's soul food restaurant. So, so hopefully.
I'm sorry they threw this on you last minute. I thought you would come in and hit us with some fantastic laughs and get out of here, but you just promote my show. I can promote the show. Hit that button.
I didn't know. I was told to promote the show. I didn't know about.
Don't worry. I'm gonna talk to Brother Carlton Muhammad after the show. Don't worry. Throw the flyer up, please, for the show.
It looks like he having a meeting, boss.
What happened?
It looks like he having a morning meeting. Like have old men have morning meetings. He looked like he having a morning meeting with coffee and donuts.
Okay, you can pull it down. Thank you.
I think that's what they doing. You politicking right now?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
No.
Well, it is political season, so yeah, maybe.
Baby. Charles, we're gonna go ahead and let you go because we gotta move. We gotta keep it moving, man. I'm sorry he didn't tell you to do a stand-up when you came in, but that's cool. I'm glad to see you always. I love you, brother.
Well, they told me that, because I'm standing here trying to keep my balance and talk to you. So they half-ass telling me stuff like, give me all the information. It's like they got cerebral palsy. See, that's what cerebral palsy is. Like, your body gets incomplete information. That's why you see people with different stuff going on. Like me, tell my legs don't go straight, and other people would tell them to stay in the wheelchair. Keep their ass down. So
I love you, brother. And
go
ahead.
So I know you ain't flying in on no Spirit or Frontier.
No, I'm coming in on the bike.
Oh, there you go. Because I got like a little 3-wheel motorcycle now. I'm gonna write that down.
Child, I love you, bro. We gotta move on. And yes, this is Charles Walden. He'll be doing a show with us this weekend at Simply Sonia's in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Brilliant comedian. Only comedian I know with cerebral palsy. And you walk out on that stage and kill all over the country. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming. Tell people how they can find you.
Well, on social media, Facebook for the old people, Charles Walden, Instagram, Walden C23, and then I forgot what my Twitter is because I don't got that many followers. I just look at other people's stuff.
Well, thank you, Charles. Leave us, man, with a woo, woo, woo.
Whoa, 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 woo, woo, woo.
All right, give it up, y'all. Charles Walden right here on the Michael Colyar Morning Show. Thank you, man. I love Charles Walden, and I love that he doesn't consider himself having a handicap. He considers himself just having a challenge, and he stands to the challenge every day. So I'm glad he got a chance to get on. I love him. That's my dude. And we're doing 4 shows this weekend, 2 Friday and 2 Saturday. All right. Okay. Now we can get to the real deal. And ladies, I'm glad have y'all met him before? Were y'all here when he came last time?
Yeah,
I was traveling last time, but I watched.
Okay, all right. Like one out of 2 weeks. One of us did. One of us. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring on our guest for today, and like I said, it's a special edition because I like to just talk to this guy. He's so sharp. Get your hands together for the Black activist, psychologist, and motivational speaker. And I like to think my friend Umar Johnson. Come on, y'all.
Peace and love, family. Peace and love. Glad to be with you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, King. How are you?
Everybody? Pretty good.
Good morning.
How you doing there? Good morning, Queen.
We twinning.
Good morning. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Well, before he drops us, I just want to tell you this. I'm Straya, and I want to tell you I appreciate you for advocating for Black men. I appreciate you being a pioneer. Before people was woke, before Instagram, before it was popular to know what was going on. I want to, you were advocating for men, fathers, brothers, just keep up the good work. You were so sometimes misrepresented. So I am happy that you're on this platform, you're able to express, all the good things, the Pan-Africanism, the school that you're building. I am just here for you. So keep grinding and shining. That's all I really want to tell you.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you.
Woo, woo, woo. Thank y'all. Well, ladies, I'm going to see y'all in a minute. I'm going to talk one-on-one with my friend right here, find out what's going on around this joint. Sir, how are you, King?
I'm well, Baba Mike. How are you?
Man, I'm supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And I told my girls yesterday, I said, I'm wearing my African garb. I wasn't sure whether you were going to wear it or not. And I'm glad I got up this morning with a suit. And I put this suit up. And I was like, no, I said I'm wearing African garb for Dr. Umar. And you wore yours too. That's beautiful, brother.
Yes, Elder. Yes.
Thank you for saying yes again. You came to the show last time and our numbers were ridiculous. I mean, so many people came on. I'm excited to talk to you today because there's many issues that I want to know your take on. And I want to thank you for being you. Thank you. We have a lot of Black voices out here, but they don't all really serve us. A lot of the Black voices that we have are there to serve themselves, and I like that you're not going to be on here cussing women out and doing all type of ridiculous stuff to make a point because it's not necessary, So I just want to say thank you. I'm glad you're here. I'm honored. We're going to do this in 2 parts. First, me and you just going to chat it up. And then the second part, I have this panel of folks who are all kind of fly and they all have different ideas. And we're just going to ask questions and have a good time. So let me ask you this. What made you want to be a motivational speaker in the first place?
It came as an accident, Baba Mike. What happened was after I came out of undergrad at Millersville University in Lancaster County, PA, I returned to Philadelphia and I joined up with the Marcus Garvey movement, the Universal Negro Improvement Association. Right. And I was the youngest person in the organization in my 20s. And so what would happen is the elders would run out of content for the Sunday meetings. And so the meeting's been held on Sunday since 1914 when Mr. Garvey founded the organization in Jamaica. But anyhow, because they were low on content for the Sunday mass meeting, they would often ask me to get up and talk about what it is to be a school psychologist, because most people never heard of a school psychologist. So I basically was being used as filler. I was the extra, get the young guy up here and let him, take up some of this time until 5 o'clock. We got to fill this space with something. So Umar, come on up here and talk about what a school psychologist is and what you guys do. And so I would get up there and just talk about special ed and ADHD and 504 IEP, psychological evaluation. And I started being asked by people who attended the Sunday meetings in North Philadelphia, would you mind coming to my church? Would you mind speaking at the library? Would you mind coming to my Black History Month program? So it was all word of mouth, Baba Mike. All of it was word of mouth, and then my first public lecture was for the UNIA. That was in Atlanta, another one in New York. And the next thing you know, a few years after that, I get invited to Chicago, September 18th of 2010, and I do a television interview in Chicago, public access. Public access with Brother Dawa, rest in peace. He's an ancestor now, Hebrew Israelite brother. And I took copies of that Chicago interview, September 18th, 2010. 6 weeks later, I'm at the National Black Theater in Harlem speaking for the first time, 125th and 5th. And I have copies of this Chicago interview, Baba Mike, and I distribute that Chicago interview in New York City. So these are our two largest Black communities, as you know. And within 48 hours, Baba Mike, my phone started ringing, and it hasn't stopped in 14 years.
Wow.
I've never had a publicist. People ask me, they say, who's your publicist? How do you keep getting all these events all over the world? I don't have a publicist, never have. It's all word of mouth. People reach out to me, and we make the magic happen.
Now, let me ask, is it lucrative? Are they paying you?
I would say yes, but I still have a big heart. So between me and you, if it's a situation where they can't afford it, but I know those people need to hear my message, I'm never letting money stop me from the mission. Never.
I love that. And I hope to grow up one day to get there. But no, I need my money right now.
Originally, Baba Mike, I never charged. Let me tell you what happened. That's a very good point.
Oh, okay.
So when I blew up back in 2010, I didn't charge. I just wanted to put the information out. And then what happened was I started getting so many requests that it started to interfere with my professional work as a school psychologist. My 9 to 5 was jeopardized because I'm always flying, and I'm excited because this is new to me.
Right.
And so I had to make a decision. Either you got to pull back on the public speaking, or you're going to have to give up some of your school psychologist contracts with these charter schools in Philadelphia. And they were paying me really well, Baba.
It sounds like
as much as I loved the money, as much as I loved conducting psychological evaluations and meeting with the children, I knew that the traveling and the speaking, the motivation, the education, the healing of our people was more important. And so I pulled back on the career so I could feed my ministry and my mission, and I don't regret it.
Wow. I like that. I always try to encourage people to find what their light is and leave all that other stuff behind. Just chase that one light. Working is cool.
But let me give you this one piece, Mike, Baba Mike, just to put a period on it. Because, I'm working on a school now, and we're very close to having that completely renovated. We just got to lay some floors down, and we're ready to ask the city to come in and inspect. So what I'm saying is I think what the universe had designed for me was to spend the first 15 years raising the consciousness and educating and saving. Now the universe wants me to move over into let's build schools and let's educate the children now. So up until now, it's been about helping the parents, helping the schools educate. Now it's time for me to educate them myself. And so I think this next phase of my life is about building these schools and educating our children.
Okay, so if I have real questions for you, what then brought you to that? Where are your parents? Are your parents still with you?
Yes. Parents are both
alive. You still have both parents?
Yes, both of them. Thank God. We just buried my grandfather last month, and we buried my grandmother about 5-6 years ago. But I still have both parents. And what happened, Baba Mike, was during the third grade, second or third grade, my parents married. We went to North Carolina because my father was in the Marine Corps. And I was the oldest son, and I didn't have an older brother. And I often needed someone to talk to, and I didn't have them. And so I said, when I grow up, and mind you, I'm only 7 or 8 years old at this time.
Right.
So I said, when I grow up, I'm going to be the person that children can come and talk to when they don't have anyone else. Now, at that time, I wanted to be strictly a clinician, clinical psychology, which is what my doctorate is in, right?
Wait,
I never heard of school psychology.
You saying
later.
at 7 years old, you're thinking this?
Yes.
All right,
yes.
go ahead.
Second grade, I knew I wanted to be a psychologist. I don't even know where I first heard the word, Baba Mike. I don't even know where I heard the word. But at 7, 8, I knew that's what I wanted to do. So when we got back to Philadelphia after my parents divorced, the elementary school in my North Philadelphia neighborhood, and I'm from the same neighborhood as Bill Cosby, mind you, the elementary school, they had a Black history class. I don't know how they did it because it was not mandatory from the school district of Philadelphia. So this was something that white principal and that Black assistant principal created for us. Nice. So when I get back to North Philly, where I was born, after being in North Carolina, I'm in the 4th grade, George Meade Elementary School, and we have this Black history class, Miss Green, who was the teacher and a very beautiful woman, right? She's the Black history teacher. And so I'm learning about Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey, Nat Turner, and I'm loving it, right? And I'm into it more than my classmates. Then the 5th grade came, more Black history, and I'm just loving it. And then the 6th grade came, Baba Mike, and they cut it. And I remember I was hurt. I said, what happened to Black history class? And they said there will be no more Black history class. And I was hurt by that. But check this out. This is how destiny works. The Garvey movement, Baba Mike, check this out. Right. My mother purchased my tennis shoes from this Jewish-owned sneaker store on Cecil B. Moore Avenue in Philadelphia. Okay. This is where my tennis shoes were purchased from 4th grade until my junior year of college. You're talking about 12 years, right?
Right.
Right next door to the sneaker store is the international headquarters of the Marcus Garvey movement. It was there my whole life. Wow. My whole life, Baba.
Wow.
And I never knew it until they painted the building red, black, and green. And one day I'm at the sneaker store about to buy some sneakers, and I asked the elder, what are you doing in this building? Why is it red, black, and green? And he said, this is the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League of the Honorable Marcus Garvey. He said, come back on Sunday. I came back on Sunday, and I ain't left since.
And you said Universal
Negro Improvement
Association,
which is the organization that gave us the red, black, and green flag.
What?
Yes.
I absolutely love that story. You're a good storyteller too. So I see the direction you've chosen, but man, you tell story, bro.
And I'm not sure if I chose it or if it was given to me, Baba Mike, because the way in which life set itself up, it was given to me. You know what I mean? Like it was just there. Everything unfolded in a way. For example, let's deal with the school psychology piece for a quick minute.
Okay. All right.
Because remember, I told you I want to be a clinical psychologist, which is what I have my doctorate in. So when I graduate from Millersville University, I start at Hahnemann Hospital's clinical psychology master's program. But Baba, they wanted like $50,000 a year. They were expensive. And I said, this was in Philadelphia, Center City. So I said, I can go back to Millersville, 2 hours away from Philly, because I was Black Student Union president. I was very active. I was well known. So I say, if I go back to Millersville, I can probably get my graduate education paid for. And so the director of Hahnemann's program, who was Caucasian, he said, if you're going to go back to Millersville, get your school psychologist certification. Because even if you become a clinical psychologist, if you are not certified to test children in public school for special education, even with your doctorate, you won't be able to do special education evaluations. And Millersville, here we go again, Baba, with the design. Millersville was one of the only state universities in Pennsylvania who had a school psychologist training program. So look at that. It just so happened I attended an undergraduate school that had a graduate program in school psychology. If Millersville did not have that undergraduate program, I may have never became a certified school psychologist, and I may have never became as popular as I am, because it is my ministry as a school psychologist that has helped so many parents and changed so many people's minds when it comes to ADHD and learning disabilities.
Brother, I love that. But I don't think that things just happen. I think things happen just.
I agree.
I think things aligned for you because you were clear in your mind on where you want to go. A lot of people don't understand. If you don't know where you want to go, you fuck around and end up somewhere else.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
You really have to have a direction. And you were. I just can't understand how you got so clear in your culture so early. What did mom and dad?
Well, one thing I left out, Bob. My father took me to my first family reunion in the 6th grade, I think it was. I never forget, because we went to Baltimore, and I jumped in the deepest part of the swimming pool in the back of the Days Inn Hotel in Baltimore, Baba.
Could you swim?
I couldn't swim, and I almost drowned. And a snow bunny came over there, Baba. A snow bunny saved my life. So let me say this to that snow bunny, wherever you are. I don't know if you ever saved the life of a black boy at the Days Inn Hotel in Baltimore, Maryland. This would have probably been 1986, 85. But wherever that snow bunny is, I just want to say thank you, ma'am, for saving my life. Because she swam. First, my sister swam over, Baba. She left me. She said I was too crazy. She left me, Bob.
Wait. Okay, so you early in your life.
Yes.
A snow bunny saved you.
A snow bunny saved my life.
Now, but your position on relationships.
Yes, sir.
Is you're not into interracial relationships.
No, sir. Because of loyalty to the black woman and the need to repair the black community. So it's not an anti-snow bunny position due to hatred or animosity or bigotry. It is by coincidence or consequence, rather, of the need for black men to repair the black family by rededicating ourselves to the black woman. There's no hatred involved. It's just a need to focus on ourselves. That's where that comes from.
Wow.
But I want to thank her, Baba, because that was the first and only time I ever grabbed Caucasian breasts before, because it was the only thing I saw.
They were floaters.
Baba Mike, all I saw was 2 breasts, and I grabbed them. I thought it was the life preserver. She swam me on out.
And color, yeah.
But,
oh my God, that is.
But here's the thing, Baba.
Mm-hmm.
That visit to Baltimore was significant, not only because I almost drowned, but also because I found out at the family reunion that I was related to the Honorable Frederick Douglass. Yes, Frederick Douglass.
How far removed?
Frederick Douglass and my 4 times great-grandfather by the name of Stephen Henry Bailey. They were half brothers and first cousins. Frederick's mother, Harriet, and Stephen's mother, my 5 times great-grandmother, young Betsy, they were sisters. And they were raped by the slave master. And that's how these 2 cousins were also half brothers. And if you've ever read Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, his first book that he published in 1845, everybody should read it. You can get it for $2 almost anywhere. He talks about growing up on Tuckahoe Creek with cousin Stephen. Cousin Stephen is Dr. Umar's 4 times great-grandfather.
Wow. So how did you find that out? Through oral information?
Well, the family, from what I understand, and it's the Bailey family, Bailey. Remember, Frederick Douglass was Fred Bailey. He changed his name after he ran away to Douglas.
Shut up. Wait, I didn't know that.
Yes,
so
sir.
He started out as Fred Bailey?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and he talks about this too in the narrative. And then he changes his name after he runs away in 1838.
Why Douglas? Why that name? Why did he take Douglas?
He actually explored other names. Johnson was a name. There was a couple different ones. I think some of the people on the Underground Railroad told him, don't use Johnson because it's too common of a black name. And he had a few other names, and they said those are not going to hide you well enough. So Douglas, I think, was the character in a popular play, and then that was recommended to him.
Okay, all right. This is great. We're off to a fantastic start. I gotta take a quick break,
Sure.
a quick commercial. But my God, I love talking to you, man.
Yeah.
You know,
when I found that out, Baba, that I was related to him, this was right after Black History class, right? So I'm excited because I'm like, I can't wait to get back and tell my friends I related to Fred, because we walking through the back of a church, Baba, and there's all kinds of Frederick Douglass memorabilia, his shoes, his hat, his books, and I'm asking my father, why is all this Frederick Douglass stuff at the family reunion? And he said, because you're related to him.
Now, do you have those things? Did they let you have them? Do you?
I have the family tree. No, they didn't have. Not the most of those mementos, I believe, were loaned from the family, which and those things are now, most of them, I believe, are on site at the Frederick Douglass Home Museum in Anacostia, Washington, D.C. And anybody who visits Washington, D.C., if you haven't been to the Frederick Douglass home and taken the tour, you have to go. It's a very, very powerful experience to walk the house that Frederick Douglass actually lived in. And I got to dispel this rumor, Baba, because when you talk Frederick Douglass, everyone talks about the white woman, Helen Pitts, who he married as an old man. Mm-hmm. And I don't have a problem with that because he should have never bunny hopped. But they ignore, Baba, Mike, that he was married to a black woman, a blue, black, purple, beautiful,
really dark
woman,
skinned black woman
named Anna Murray Douglass for almost 50 years. All 5 of his children come from the black woman, but nobody talks about the black woman who helped him escape. She came up with the runaway plan from Baltimore. She sold the sailor's outfit that he wore. She came up with the fabricated free slave papers that he had, Bob. So without Anna Murray Douglass, we would never know Frederick Douglass. But whenever we talk about his wife, we ignore the black woman who helped him become who he was. And we want to give all the credit to the white woman he married when he was 12 years away from his deathbed.
I ain't mad at you, boy. I love this conversation. You're outstanding. We're going to shift it in a moment because I'm going to take a break for a commercial and a quick prayer. And then we're going to come back with our panel. Like, we got 5 fly folks. And I just want to ask you a bunch of questions about stuff that's going on. And I just want your take on them.
Sure,
you know?
Sure.
I love you, bro. And, this is once again why I point out black men are rare. Niggas. Niggas everywhere. You can open the glove compartment of your car and 4 niggas will fall out. But white black men who have integrity for their community, for their family, for their queen, for their God is rare, rare, rare indeed. And whenever I have an opportunity to talk to a real black man, it pumps my heart up. It gives my heart something extra to thrive about. So I'm just grateful that you're here, brother. Stick around. We'll be right back with the second half after this. Looking for a good way to start your day? Check out the Michael Colyar Morning Show. I mean, we have fun over there. Imagine if you started every day with laughter and prayer. Just imagine how powerful you'd be. We have a comedian every show, a vocalist or poet every show. We have awesome conversation, ridiculous situations, and every show we pray. Oh man, just go to YouTube and put in the Michael Colyar Morning Show, 7 a.m., 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and we'll do the rest. Come hang out with us. Holla. I can't do it without prayer because I can't do it without God. I hope we woke up this morning with an attitude of gratitude because you have a lot. Even if you don't have a lot, at least you got a little. Even if you don't have a little, at least you ain't dead. Even if you are sick, at least you ain't dead. Be grateful. Now, he wants me to cut that. Why? Come and tell me what's going on. What's going on?
Because I was just making sure you look at the paper, what you were doing on, if you just changed it. That's all.
Okay, well, what were we doing? We're supposed to be
going to the panel, baby.
Oh, no, I changed that. That's called editing on the spot. That's why I see you doing it. I thought I did like my drawers that fall off or something like that.
No, that happened too, but
right, Jesus. Let my wife hear you say no stuff like that. Hey, baby, incidentally, hey, wife. I don't ever like to do my show without talking to my baby, man. Hey, Sonia, I love you, mama. You're everything to me. And there ain't no two ways about it. I say it to people everywhere. I stop people in the street. They say, shit, why you telling me? I say, I'm telling everybody. Hey, y'all, welcome to the show, and thank y'all for coming. I'm so honored that we have Dr. Umar Johnson, because he's so sharp, and he really does care about Black people. You know, we have folks out here who beat their chest in the name of Blackness and don't give a damn about Black people. It's about what is their platform, what they can make happen for them. So I'm very, very grateful. And when I come back from this prayer, the panel is going to be off the chain. Rosalind Ray is an attorney out of D.C. Frey Ray is one of the sharpest comics out of Chicago. Diane Anwuchekwa, she didn't think I was going to get that name right. I think she's American Indian or African. I got to figure out what is that name. Is that Indian or African? Sabir Bey is a Moor, which is the original Black people, and he a sharp brother too. Tommy J, our musical artist, is also a great genius, and Dr. Sabrina Jackson. So we're going to all jump in and throw questions at my man and see how he weave and bob or what he has to say about it in a pair of seconds. But first, who did that? Oh, shit. Somebody's calling me. And the problem is, if someone calls me during the show, it just cut me right off the show. I don't even know the person that was calling. Just come on. Okay. Anyway, so let me get my prayer in. And I don't like to rush prayer. Okay. So let's start with a holy breath and hold that thought. One positive thought, one positive thing that you want to make happen today. And exhale. Father God, we open our hearts, our souls, our minds, our spirits, and invite you to come on in and fill us with your love, your peace, your passion, your joy, your rhythm, and your wisdom. Oh, Father God, I just like to start out by saying thank you for everything. Thank you for my lovely Sonia. Thank you for my heart. Thank you for my family. Thank you for this show, which is always fun and great and explorative. We learn things, we expand, and we grow. Thank you for the Colyar clan. These people show up every day and support us. I love y'all. I got to do a special thanks to Banky, who's also with us. Banky Pounds is also with us today, and he always brings a great group of people over here to see us. We just have so much to be grateful for, man. You know, so I just want to say thank you for all of it, God. Thank you for the laughter. Thank you for the joy. Let this day be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and then put some steak on it. Continue to be the wind beneath my wings as we fly and soar and navigate this thing called life. Let us navigate towards more joy, more peace, more power, more wisdom, and more of the ability to be forgiving. Let us learn to forgive everybody for everything they've ever done to us. But most importantly, let us learn to forgive ourselves for everything we think we've done. God's job is judgment. Let him do that. You got enough stuff on your hands as it is. Just get back to being loving and caring and start with loving self. Because if you can't love you, you can't love nobody else. And once you get in love with you, be good to you. Treat you nice. I'm going to buy myself some flowers as soon as I get off the show. Mwah, mwah, love you. And once you love you, it's going to be so easy to love everybody else. It'll be just like breathing. So I thank you, God, for the love. I thank you for my family. I thank you for this show. And so we say, in Jesus' name, amen. 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 I mean, Ashe. Boom. Shakalaka. And the famous words of those of us who call ourselves the Colyar clan. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, boy, good prayer. I know he heard me call him loud. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, now we're going to slide into part 2. I'm excited. Hey, y'all, this is the Michael Colyar Morning Show. If you just popped in, didn't know what your destination is, we're here with the wonderful Professor Umar Johnson, who is so sharp and so wise and some... Okay, so Beer Bay cannot join the show, it seems. He's okay. So we will not be having him. We will not be having him on. I didn't know that. Is that coming from you, Baba? Okay, all right, cool. So, all right, we're going to load up the show with everybody else that I listed on the show. Let's start bringing people in. Rosalind Ray.
I'm sorry.
Rosalind Ray. Do you have her?
Yeah, she moved because somebody left. Okay,
I can't push the button. Okay, Rosalind Ray, Frey Ray. Now, Rosalind Ray is an awesome attorney. Why you got that hat on?
Because I was washing clothes, and when you told me I wasn't prepared last night, so I'm doing the best I can do with what I'm working with.
You look like a damn stalker. I am frightened right now.
I got on my
Rosalind,
African garb though.
do you?
You
Okay.
see?
Oh yes, at least you got the scarf. Okay, all
Got
right.
on my AKA African garb, 1908.
Okay, all right. Well, we got you. We got to load up. We got Rosalind Ray, an attorney out of D.C. We have Frey Ray. Frey Way is a great comedian out of Chicago. We have Diane. I'm gonna get this right. Anuchekwa. Anuchekwa. Is that right?
Correct.
I said it right. Yeah. Now, is that American Indian or is it Africa?
West African Nigerian.
Oh, West African Nigeria. Okay, cool. Okay, all right. Okay. I'm glad. What do you do, Diane? I didn't know what you do. I just know you.
I work with our family business. We do federal contracts and federal grants.
You have some nice questions ready?
Yes.
Okay. Tommy J. Tommy J.
What's up? Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
What banking pounds? What banking pounds? I hope we can get that down here. Well, the Greetings, brother. Thank you. Banky Pounds is one of my heroes as well. 33 years in prison. He said he went 33 years without one good day. And to take that and turn it around and be a motivational speaker is brilliant. And last but not least, Dr. Sabrina Jackson. Dr. Sabrina Jackson, there you go. All right, now this is our panel. Where's Brother Omar?
You don't see me?
So this is our panel. These are the folks we're going to be talking today. We're going to be doing this doggone thing. Okay. And I've asked them all. I asked each one of these people, Doc, to just give us 3 questions. They just have 3 questions they have. We probably won't get them all in. We don't have that kind of time. You know, we really getting this show together over here, sir. We've gotten to the point where we really make it to 1 hour, Brother Umar. 1 hour. We've been going 2 hours, 1 hour 47. And then when I talk to you, you say, well, Baba Michael, why don't we do 2 hours? I'm like, we can't do no 2 hours. You talk, brother. When you talk, it just flows. It just feel like music. I could easily talk to you for 2 hours. That would be no problem. Okay, let's get started. And let me tell you guys, first of all, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm very excited about it. I know I love Dr. Umar Johnson, so I want to hear his words. And all the people on the panel, I respect where you come from. So let's get the questions on. Let me see who first. I'm going to start with Dr. Sabrina Jackson. She is the people expert out of Detroit. Dr. Jackson, what question would you have?
Well, the first question I would have, because I follow you, Dr. Umar,
Yes,
and I am a psychologist as well, but I am a clinical psychologist. And I just want to ask you, because I heard you talk about how as Black parents, we need to be urging our children to go to trade schools. And I understand that. But I also want to ask you, what do you think about the kids who are STEM ready, or young people who could enter the STEM and technology field? Do we want to encourage parents to do that as well?
Great question. Ultimately, what I always share with our parents is this. If you're going to send your child to college and amass that type of debt, we need to be clear on 3 things. Number 1, did you raise your child with enough discipline that they will complete the program? Because what I'm finding is our young people go to college, 2-3 years, academic probation, or they decide that they don't want to be there. And now they're dropping out or being kicked out. And now they're $50,000-$60,000 in debt with no degree at all. College should not be a rite of passage in the Black community. We have turned it into a rite of passage where we send everybody to college, even when we know they don't want to be, don't have the skills to compete, or not really interested in going. So, number 1, do they have the discipline to succeed without you being there with them? Number 2, are they majoring in something that is financially relevant that will enable them to pay back all of those student loans that they pick up? Because as someone who used to work in an admissions office, they are very clever, especially these PWIs, in the manner in which they redirect our children away from the law program. They redirect our children away from the engineering program. They redirect our children away from the medical program, and they put them in other programs that are not as prestigious, and they use the excuse that you didn't score high enough on your placement test. So we need to make sure they're majoring in areas that are relevant. And then the third thing, is your child ultimately committed to going to grad school as well? Because there's very few careers that you can earn a bachelor's degree in today and be able to live happily ever after. And a lot of our children don't know that until it's almost time for undergraduate graduation, and they find out that you got to come back for another 2, 3, 4 years before you can actually use this education. So that's the first part. The second part is when we look at millionaires in America, 3 of the top specialties of American millionaires are construction, real estate, and industrial building trades. And there's more millionaires in real estate than almost any other area, and you don't need a 4-year degree for that. I look at the school that we're renovating in Wilmington, Delaware, Queen Mother, and we had to pay the electricians $150,000 for about 3 weeks of work. The HVAC technicians got $250,000 for a month worth of work. And I'm looking at this and I'm saying they're making surgeon money, they're making doctor money, and they're making it in a couple weeks' time. So my thing is this: it doesn't have to be either or. If your son or daughter wants to go to college, no problem. But do me this favor: send them to trade school for 2 years before they go to college. So if they never finish college, he's a licensed electrician, she's a licensed plumber, he's a licensed HVAC, she's a licensed welder. At least they have something to fall back on. These migrants and these immigrants are taking over the construction industry while Black men with college degrees are looking for a job.
Yes. All right. Now we only have like 10 minutes for all these people to get a question in. So we got
my bad, Mike. I'm gonna make them quick.
Message a little shorter, yeah, but that was so good though. It was so thorough though, bro. It's hard if you can make it that thorough in a shorter period of time. Shit. Okay. Next, let me see what Freeway, comedian out of Chicago.
All right, Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm Jeremiah Frazier. They call me Freeway, comedian out of Chicago. But instead of some comedic things, I have a question to ask you, man. I've been following you. I'm a big fan, but I do have some disagreements with you. I want to know, and I'll give you this, and then I'll give you the question. Barack Obama, he was our first African-American president. He lifted America out of the global financial crisis we had in 2027, 2028, one of the worst. We faced the greatest recession at that time. He signed the American Recovery Act and Reinvestment Act. He cracked down on whipping rogue and Wall Street and bankers by eliminating executive pay, rewarded and rewards for reckless execs. He even funded the Federal Reserve with tools to go after banks and institutions. He also, the unemployment and poverty fell 5%, which is down from 9 to 13% average in America, had it been since he's been there. He implemented healthcare reform where 32 million Americans had coverage under Obamacare. He won the Nobel Peace Prize while he was in office. If you have heard of the Health and Hunger Act, as well as the Free Kids Act that was administered by Lady Obama, First Lady Michelle Obama, the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay that bridged men and women to have fair pay and benefits. He expanded funding for HBCUs, awarded $1.2 billion settlements to Black farmers. I'm going to say that again. Awarded $1.2 billion settlements to Black farmers who had been denied loans and assistance by the Agriculture Department for decades. He signed what we know as our culture, the cocaine bill, which is actually the Fair Sentencing Act, that narrowed the disparity of punished African Americans who had unfair jail sentences as to white counterparts. He also created the Civil Rights Division of the Justice Department that he touted Eric Holder to lead. I want to know why you continue to push the narrative of Barack Obama has done nothing for Black people.
Because he did nothing for Black people. Everything you just named was stuff he did for white people. And the money you claim he gave the farmers, they did not get it. They're just now getting around to getting their money after fighting with Joe Biden. What is good for white folks doesn't necessarily matter to black folks. You have to target us specifically. The five-headed monster in Black America is miseducation, mass incarceration, police extermination, gentrification, and access to wealth. Obama didn't target not one of those things. Not one of them.
Okay, I just named all those things he targeted.
No, you did not.
And I want to.
No, you did not. No, you did not.
I want to.
No, you did not. You gave me a whole bunch of useless white shit that ain't got nothing to do with black people. No, you didn't, Negro.
That had everything to do with black people.
Consciousness. You better come harder than that.
It had everything to do with black people.
What did he do for us? What did he do for us? He took our civil rights and gave them to the rainbow. He took our civil rights that our ancestors died for and gave it to the rainbow community. That's what he did. Every time he opened up his mouth, he talking about gays. What about blacks? He did nothing for black people. Half the black men in the major cities, Detroit, Chicago, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, they were unemployed. 50% were unemployed before Barack Obama became president, and 50% of the black men in most major cities are still unemployed 16 years after Barack Obama.
That's not true.
Don't talk to me about no 5%.
That's not true.
Dropping. It's very true.
It's
not very true. Get the Urban League. Get the Urban League report on Black America.
Dr. Umar.
Get the Urban League report on Black America. Obama did nothing for black people.
I hear your passion and it's great. And you talked about emotion on the last show and not being emotional. So
you gave me all white stuff. Give me some black stuff.
Let me ask you to
and the HBCUs did not get that much money. Stop lying.
Let me ask you to consider this. Let me ask you to consider this. Barack Obama being the first black president. If you know anything about being something first, you understand that you have to lay a foundation before you pile things on, right? So, if nothing else, because you dismissed all of the facts, he gave
those were white facts. You gave me nothing for black people.
He gave hope.
You gave me nothing for black people.
I did.
He laid the foundation his first term. He laid the foundation his first term. What did he do his second term?
Okay,
what did he do his second term? What did he do his second
civil
term?
rights division.
I tell you what he did his second term. You know what he did his second term? He wrote a letter to all 50 state departments of education a couple months before the end of his second term as president, telling them that if they didn't let boys go into the girls' bathroom, and if they didn't let girls go into the boys' bathroom, they would lose their federal funding. Why in the hell would a black man sexually confuse our kids in public school like that? He is the father. Barack Obama is the father of public school sexual confusion.
Okay, all right. So that's far as we going on that question. Okay, so we got we only got like 4 minutes left in the damn show, and we got 8 more people to talk.
Well, we can go a little over, Baba Mike. We can go over.
Yes, Banky Pounds. What question do you have?
Greetings, my brother. Greetings, sisters. This is a very interesting conversation. Dr. Umar, definitely would like to get a chance to build with you one day. But I wanted, I know we're short on time, so I want to just ask you this right here. I'm a man who did 33 years in prison. I've been out 4. I do motivational speaking myself. What I'm targeting is, just trying to, educate them, because, misinformed people, and this is why all our young kings and queens is throwing their life away to the system. So I know when I was in prison, there's a lot of things that I read that changed my direction of thinking to, the man that I am today. I want to know what books, if any, that you read that was gratefully impactful in your thinking and your philosophy right now.
I would say I would probably go with authors because they've written multiple. I think Dr. Amos Wilson. Everybody needs to read Dr. Amos Wilson. I think he's the greatest black scholar of the second half of the 20th century. Also a fellow Garveyite and a fellow psychologist as well. Dr. Claude Anderson, who's still with us in the flesh. I think his Powernomics and Black Labor, White Wealth books are essential for people who are trying to understand the political and economic oppression and dysfunction of Black America. As a Garveyite and a Pan-Africanist, obviously I'm going to say the philosophy and opinions of the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, as well as Race First, the ideological and organizational struggles of Marcus Garvey and the UNIA, as well as Garvey and Garveyism, the story of the Garvey movement as told by his widow, Queen Mother Amy Jakes Garvey. I would probably start there.
Okay, yeah, I've read a couple of those that you said. These are two of the books too that I read early in my.
Oh yes,
Yeah, and I go back over these, from time to time just to, to remind me. But keep doing what you're doing, brother. Like I said, man, your words are impactful. I know you got your stand on where you put out into the universe, man, and stand firm, brother. 10 toes down. I mean, your philosophy is your philosophy.
I appreciate you. FYI, yesterday was Solar Dad brother George Jackson's Earth Day. His solar
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why, I keep that close to me, man. When I was coming up in the system, a lot of young brothers just started coming up behind me when they wanted something to read. That was one of the first things I gave them, or George Jackson letters.
Yes, sir.
George, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now just because I didn't say nothing while you was going back and forth with Frey, don't mean I agree with your shit, Dr. Umar. Okay.
Jump on in, Baba Mike. Jump on in. Come on. Come into the Lions Den. Jump into the Lions Den.
Now look, you gotta promise.
Come on in. What you got? Jump in.
I'm coming on the third one. This is our second one. On the third one, I'm coming.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Jump in. Don't tell me about no Wall Street bailout. Barack Obama bailed out a bunch of white criminals. That's what he did.
Black people belong on Wall Street.
Black people from that.
Black people belong on Wall Street.
I got four more people.
He gave Wall Street our reparations for slavery. Barack Obama gave white criminals on Wall Street my ancestors' reparations. Hell no.
I'm bringing you back. Don't worry, I'm bringing you back. Dr. Umar is not getting out here this easy. Okay, four more people. I got to get at least one question from East Coast. They got to crack a dawn too this morning. Hey, I'm coming to you in a moment, Attorney Rosalind Ray. Right now, Diane Wilson, Anwu Chekwa. What would your question be for the brother?
Hi, Dr. Umar. I also follow you on social media. I'm glad to learn more about you today from what Michael asked. One thing I'm excited for you about is that you're starting a school. Yes, and so one of the things that I've seen, I worked also for a group called HBCU Green Fund, so I do work in sustainability. So what are you going to do or teach our children or bring to their understanding about earth, sustainability, how we can stay to the future, gardening, food insecurity, and so when you start the school, some of the problems that we don't think about are things that we face the most. And I believe that if the school that you're going to start could be duplicated around the country, probably around
the world. Actually,
yeah,
as a Pan-Africanist around the world.
Yeah, around the world.
But agricultural science and agronomical science are going to be two cornerstone curriculums of our program. We have land around the school, but we're currently looking for farmland in the state of Delaware, where the school is located. I don't know if you know, but Delaware is #1 or #2 in the country for agribusiness. And so we are in the perfect place to teach our children farming and to build a farm for them. And when it comes to food security, and I'm sure you know this because you just spoke to it, that is a very big threat to the life and health of African people around the world. I think about 80% of African people in the world, including Black America, we are dependent on non-Black people for our food. And right now, Bill Gates and a lot of the agricultural elitists, they're trying to force African governments to stop their farmers from using organic seed and organic crop. They want to patent all of the natural seed, and they want to make Black farmers around the world buy exclusively from Bill Gates and his friends. And they will not be selling organic seed. They will be selling genetically modified organism seed, which has been proven in research using mice, that the mice that ingested the GMO seed, about 75% of them developed cancer. So we're talking about mass population extinction under the Bill Gates regime. And so your issue about this whole food security and sustainability, Black people had better wake up. I attended the HBCU Black Farmers Conference at Delaware State a few months ago. And one of the biggest things that came out of that conference is, #1, Black farmers are only 1% of all farmers. And number two, they are a aging population, and they are having trouble finding young American Africans who want to learn the art of farming so they can replace them.
Okay, hold up, everybody. Hold up. Now, you know, this is a new improved show there, Doc. So we just started this week where we're being on time. We're supposed to end our show at 8 no matter what happens. But all these people on this panel I invited, they've been sitting around here since early.
Leave them on, Bobby. Keep pushing.
I gotta let each person get in. Yeah, but I'm just
the revolution don't stop. It don't stop for Barack Obama. It don't stop for Kamala Harris. It don't stop for Joe Biden. It don't stop. It ain't about them. It's about us. It's nation time.
The revolution is being televised after all the revolution, huh? We said it wasn't gonna be televised. It's being televised. Okay, to my question is where's that young lady go? Where's Rosalind Ray this year? Rosalind Ray, attorney, one question, hit him with it. Hey, audience, I'm really sorry. We're only gonna push 15 more minutes, but after this, every show is 1 hour, man. But I didn't know how much stuff this dude got.
You know you gotta do 2 hours when it's me, though, Bobby. You know you gotta do 2 hours when it's me.
Okay, all right, go ahead, Rosalind.
And this is an example of what the white people used to do. You trying to steal my time. But anyway.
Claim your time, sister.
Dr. Umar, let me tell you, first of all, if I had my eyes closed, I would have thought I was talking to Mukasa in Atlanta, Georgia, because when my brother went to Morehouse, he was preaching the word just like you. And we appreciate that because information is power. And my question today is, well, another thing, thank God for your parents. That's a blessing.
Thank God for your parents.
That was a blessing. And I want to ask you, how do you get the message out to some of the entertainers, because I do a lot of entertainment things, to stop demoralizing and just dehumanizing other people of color, like we had this week about our first vice president of the United States. And it makes me choke up because what she said made no sense, because I don't understand why anybody who all people with respect call us queens would sit up and say, well, I heard she wasn't black. What do you do when you're talking to people and you encourage them? Number one, loyalty, because the thing you said about loyalty, I feel it right here because I get hit all the time. So I understand. So please tell me, what do you tell the younger kids who are like 18 and the entertainers who have gone astray? What do you tell them about voicing things like that that are so negative, and they put it out, and because they have a lot of followers, the followers then believe it?
Well, I have to be honest with you there, Queen Mother. I've done my own research on Miss Kamala Harris, and I am not a fan. I'm just going to be honest. And for me, we have to be clear about something. The reason so many are focused on her racial ancestry is because she has offered Black people nothing else except her racial ancestry as a reason to vote for her. She's basically using the Barack Obama strategy of 16 years ago. That worked for Barack Obama, but it's not going to work for Kamala Harris because it's not the people who voted for Barack Obama who she has to sell that vote to. She has to sell it to the children of the people who voted for Barack Obama. And so simply saying vote for me because I'm Black, that's no longer enough. And I agree with that. It wasn't enough for me when Barack Obama ran. I didn't agree with it. And I knew Black America was going to be worse off after Obama than they were before Obama. And the same thing is going to carry with Kamala Harris. You know, in my research, it appears that she may have a Black grandparent. It looks like the father's mother may have been Black, but someone showed me a much clearer picture of her paternal grandmother, and she appears to be a dark-skinned East Indian. So I am not convinced that Kamala Harris is of African ancestry, not directly. Jamaican is a nationality. Jamaica is not a race. You have white Jamaicans, you have Chinese Jamaicans, you have East Indian Jamaicans. So I need to see proof that she's Black. But I'm going to be honest with you. Even if she is a quadroon is someone with one Black grandparent. An octoroon is someone with one Black great-grandparent. Even if she is a quadroon or an octoroon, she's not getting Dr. Umar's vote until she speaks to the issues that are relevant to Black people. We learned from Barack Obama what happens when you vote for people just because they Black. Kamala Harris needs to speak to us about what she's going to do for us. Not Israel, not immigrants, not women, but us. And she has yet to do that.
Okay.
Wait, Michael, this is very important. This is very important. The other part of this question is, then if you have two candidates that are running, how do you instruct or advise people? Because you want the best of the two. And to me, she is the best of the two, period.
And I respect that opinion. But to me, there is no such thing as a lesser of the two evils. The devil is the devil, whether you wear a red suit or a blue suit. And whether you vote for the blue wing or the red wing, there are two wings on the same corrupt white-ass chicken wing. I'm not voting for either one of them. You will either address the issues of black people or you do not get my vote. We have to stop feeling like we are obligated to vote for people who do not represent our interests. I refuse to participate in the lynching of my people.
And I respect your opinion, but wait, Michael, I want everybody who's listening to this show, please vote. Like he said, you can go red, you can go blue, but please.
Or you can vote for yourself. Vote for Ida B. Wells. Vote for Sojourner Truth. Vote for Madam C.J. Walker. Vote for Kwame Nkrumah. Vote for Huey P. Newton. Vote for Medgar Evers. Don't you vote for no slave master or no slave master's gatekeeper.
Vote for
Kamala Harris. With that said, oh yeah, I'm definitely voting for Kamala. And, and here's the thing: I don't have to argue with people.
AKA.
We all take our position, and you take yours, I take mine. I don't make yours wrong, and mine being right don't make yours wrong. I just have my own opinion. People say you
and what do you expect her to do for black folks?
Wait, King, respect, King. 1 second.
Voting for what? What's she gonna give you? What has she said?
I understand, bro. I understand what your feelings are, and what we do here is we respect everyone's opinion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so that's how y'all feel. I understand that, and people have even said that to me, which is, "Are you gonna vote for her just cause she black?" Yes. In fact, let me put something.
And that's a very big problem.
He just spoke about having a loyalty to black women.
That's a very big problem. I'm loyal to black power. I'm not loyal to black faces.
You said it out your
You
mouth.
don't give me no black bourgeoisie, Uncle Tom, boule Negro. I'm loyal to. I want black power. I want black power. I don't need black people. I want black power. I want black power. I don't need no tokenism, brother. I don't need no tokenism.
You said it.
You believe in tokenism. You believe in empty symbols, brother. I want substance, not symbols. Substance, not symbols.
Okay, all right. So what we're doing here, though, guys, listen, guys, you don't understand what we're doing on this show. On this show, we do conversation and interview. A real argument, an intellectual argument, is not going back and forth. Yes, you did. No, it didn't. Yes, you did. No, it didn't. If the idea doesn't grow as you talk it, we're just going back and forth. We don't need to do that. We don't have that kind of time. Okay, so everyone has their opinion, and you're welcome to it. And I'm giving mine as well. I voted for Obama. Called you black. You goddamn right. Yeah, and I'm gonna vote for this woman.
That's right.
Symbols over substance. Symbols over substance.
Wait a second.
Right.
So, hey, this ain't personal, bro. But if I suddenly pull you down, it ain't personal. But I gotta finish my statement. Okay. So for me, hell yeah. In fact, my guy I didn't get a chance to put on number one, Sabir Bey, comes to me with that. You telling me just cause she black, you gonna fuck? Yes, people. Hell fucking yeah, I am. I'm voting for her just cause she black. That's enough for me right there. I think the worst thing we could do and the worst thing we could teach people is not to vote at all. I think that that's our only chance to go in and try to have something to say about it. We don't have nothing to say about it if we don't even participate. If we say, well, fuck it, neither one of them are perfect.
Organize the vote, Baba Mike. Organize the vote.
Since neither one are for my view, since they don't agree with my view, then I'm not going to go with any of them. You have the right to do that. We all have the right to do that. But for me, because I'm not just black, I'm blackity black. So just because you black, and it's an opportunity for us to give a whole bunch of other black people an opportunity, that's enough for me. There ain't nobody out there that's perfect on either side. And And I loved all the things you read that Barack did. I wish I had that list myself. Almost all of that ain't for white people. Some of that for all people. Some of it is for black people. So y'all can look at things any way you want, twist them any way you want. Whatever your opinion is, that's fine. That's why I brought everybody on to give theirs, but not to slam the other person's. That don't change the other person. The thing is, give your opinion. I give mine. We go back. We think about it. We do what we gonna do. I'm voting Kamala. Even when I can't pronounce her fucking name, I'm voting her. Just it looked like my mama. And I got two choices.
That's right.
I don't have three choices. I don't have the choice of not voting. I'm not doing that. I don't have the choice of sitting around idly and pointing to what is right. I have to be part of the process for me. That's my own individual shit. Right. I'm not saying nobody else wrong to do it a different way. I'm not saying that. And no disrespect to you, brother Umar. I hope you're still with us. And I'm bringing you back up in a minute. I see your hand strap. I'm bringing you back up in a moment. But only reason I took you down is because you talk over me to get your point in. And I ain't doing that. I just want to get my point. I want you to say your point. I want everybody to get their point. And Tommy still going to get his question in to you, Umar. So don't you go nowhere. Okay. So back to my point. My point is very simple. I think we all need to get to vote. I think we all need to save this country. I think they let a maniac come in here who's a grifter and a hustler and a pimp, and all he did is tricked everybody. Come into a community where he say, I'm coming into politics, and the first thing we're gonna do is get rid of politicians. That's retarded. We going to the swimming pool, first thing we're gonna do is get rid of all the swimmers. That's retarded. He showed us who he was before he got there. Y'all brought him anyway. He shitted all of us for 4 years, and half the country is voting to bring him back. We need to vote the other way, not because of Kamala, not because of white, black, because of decency.
That's right.
Voting for her, I'm voting for another opportunity instead of having a maniac and a fool who's going to put us in a war within weeks. A guy who's going to have a button that he can push the button and blow up the world. And this guy thinks that the Haitians are eating dogs and cats in Ohio. And the sad thing is he don't even think that. All he needs to do is have a ridiculous ideal, and he'll forward it until y'all go along with it. So I'm in a position where I have three choices. Don't vote at all. Vote for a guy who I know is a fool, a maniac, who hates women, he hates black people, he hates immigrants. Or I could vote for a woman who's trying. At least she don't know everything. She ain't got it right. She ain't perfect. Plus, she just found out 6 weeks ago that she's running for president. How you gonna have everything ready and in order when you just found out? When they had Barack, that's like, he ain't gonna be president. He don't have enough experience to be president. That's a ridiculous statement that people say to shut you down. No one has experience as president until you're the damn president. So that's right. Always throw goofy stuff to throw you off. All these are distractions, man. Keep your eye on the ball. We need to get our country back towards the direction of democracy as opposed to the direction of dictatorship. Okay, now I'm about to let Umar. I hope Umar didn't leave. I'm gonna let him back in. But if I had him on now, you wouldn't hear nothing. I said, I'm gonna bring him back. Umar, don't come in here shouting at me. Come on, say what you got to say, but do it in 2 minutes or less, because I got one more question for you just waiting. Hey, Katie. Oh, wait. And before I even bring him, I have to let Straya, who's waving wildly. What do you want to say, Straya? Straya?
I want to talk to him, not you, boss.
Oh, where'd he go? Wait a minute.
Katie, say what you gonna say.
Yeah, where you at?
He's not here. That's why I came.
He left. Oh, man.
He just left right when I came on.
Wait a minute. So I got to write him and say, so you leave if we don't let you talk over us?
No, I don't think that. I just want to say this.
I
just want to say this to everybody on the panel. I think that the reason, everybody is passionate and everybody, Tommy didn't get to say what he wanted to say. I think everybody was passionate, had great things to say. I really think with young people, they want to see the process. And that's why a lot of things get all over the place. A lot of young people, they want to see the process, where in the past, people didn't talk about the process. The process was done, and then we saw the results. It's now where a lot of young people have resources to go find information. It doesn't mean all the time that it's real. It doesn't mean that it's credible. It's just that they are able to get different resources and different information. With different information, you have different opinions. And when you're passionate, sometimes it go crazy when you talk about religion, politics, and all of that good stuff. But the question that I had to him, what does Pan-Africanism look like in the future? That's all. What does it look like in the future? What does, his Pan-Africanism, what does it look like in the future? I think everybody had really great points.
All right. No, I think everybody had great points. I just don't agree with everybody. But if I don't agree with you, I still think you have a right for me to hear all of what you're saying. It'll give me a better chance to know, what to do. So, Tommy, I am so sorry, sir, that you didn't have an opportunity to get your question in because he took off. I wrote him. He took off, and I wrote him. I said, what up, bro? You left just because I won't let you talk over me? No, that's all I did is pull him down so I could talk. So anyway, we passed that point. Tommy, what was the question you were going to ask?
Who should we be listening to? On your timeline, you can control your algorithm, right? Control what you're seeing on your feed by the hashtags that you look up. So there's certain people that I follow to help free my mind and my soul. People like John Henrik Clark. I look for old clips from him. Or Dr. Ben Jahakinen, I look for old clips from him. And so I wanted to know what does Dr. Umar's timeline look like, his feed. Who does he listen to? Who should we be listening to now? Sometimes people say we don't have any black leaders, and that's not true. We just, I think this generation, like Strya, I think was shining a light on, we have so much information to weed through. We need people to guide us and point us in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Tommy, I will say this to you. One thing, a lot of people get confused, and I agree with Strya as well. The person doesn't have to be like an entertainer or a famous person, because I find that the more grounded people are your community. And a lot of times you can go right to the NAACP chapter or the Urban League chapter, and there are some great leaders that no one knows their name, but they can give you good guidance. And then you got your pastor, your priest, or whoever you go and pray with. Those people give the best information, because the entertainers a lot of time have ulterior motives because they got to keep somebody happy. And you don't want somebody that's guiding their opinion based on what they think the outcome is going to be.
And just to back that up, the reason why I'm passionate about this is because this time is critical, and Dr. Umar Johnson is a huge influence. He is a huge influence, like a lot of entertainers are. And when you misinform people, or when you minimize and dismiss what our leaders have done for us, and when you get on here and say that you don't date white women because you're loyal to black women, and then tell us we can't be loyal to a black woman just because she's black, we can't vote for her, it just sounds like misinformation. We have this thing about always having our hands out instead of having our hearts out. Meaning, instead of us always saying, what you gonna do for me, we're never asking, what can I do? What can I do for you to make this better? How can I serve this administration? Kamala Harris is qualified. Matter of fact, she's overqualified because of past presidents we had. I am not here to slander black women, any women, at that fact. And the fact that we continue to act like women can't lead, we really need to wake up. If you don't think women can lead, wait till November. I'm sorry for pushing that narrative.
No, I'm so grateful. When Brother Umar came on last time, he asked me the question, what did Barack do for us? And I wasn't prepared. I told him that the other day. I said, you got my ass last time. You asked me, I didn't have a list. I mean, I shouldn't even need a list. The fact that he changed the way young black men felt all around the world. He gave young black men a hope they never had before, because he did something no one ever did and no one thought could happen, is he became the first black man to be president of the United States. That's the greatest thing that happened in my mama's life. And
Mike, you know what's scary?
Barack Obama get into office. I'm sorry, it's hard for us to talk at the same time. What are you saying, dear?
I said, what's scary to me is the fact that everybody has these opinions about what he did, but nobody was in the back room to understand the dynamics of how they even reached the conclusions they did that he was able to pass. Because a lot of times they blame him and Congress or the Senate. has to come in and make some kind of approval of those things. But they always want to go back to the person who's the president, or just like how they're saying Kamala is a czar for the daggone immigrants coming in. Kamala Harris is not a czar. And I love Tommy J because he's young. So hopefully Tommy will be able to go out and talk to the 18-year-olds, because you don't even look past 20. And you can go talk to all those people and get them to vote, because the only things that are important is what you think, not what somebody else thinks. I work with people who have been incarcerated. So those people, we have programs now where they're trying to, I just went to a seminar about it, where they're trying to wipe their slates clean and stuff. That's the kind of stuff that we want to talk about, positive things with her. But you can only talk about it if she's in office. If we get the idiot in office, there's going to be an issue.
Let me slide on down here real quick. Dr. Sabrina, what were you trying to get in, dear?
I just wanted to say that I wanted to ask about, he was offered $10,000 to do an interview with Kamala, and he refused the money, but he said he would still do the interview. My question would be, because I believe that when you have a voice, you should ask questions, period. And would he be open to a sit down with Trump to ask Trump questions? Because if I'm hearing him correctly, he said we're supposed to vote for the person who's going to do something for us. Well, clearly, Trump has never said he's going to do
That's why
anything for us.
he also said he wasn't going to vote for nobody, because nobody was going to do anything for us. But I don't think that's the way to go, because as we vote for nobody, the people that want Trump vote for Trump. So while we ain't voting at all, the people who like Trump is voting, so he gets back in office again. I don't think that that's wise, and I only hope that the brother didn't feel disrespected or anything because I had to pull him down off the screen. But I had already said when we started this is an intelligent exchange of ideals. We're not doing shouting. We ain't doing cussing each other out. We had that other fool on here, Charles Wright, with that shit. I'll give you the trap door, quick, fast, and in a hurry. But I was very grateful, as I said to you, sir, that you gave an actual list, because the list I had was a practical list. I know how I felt to have a black man as the president. I know it was our turn. I know we walked different and had more pride. There's so many things we got from it, and so much I'm already getting from Kamala. So no, I don't expect her to know all of it. But if I got her, I got a choice between her and this ugly back-faced looking son bitch. I'm going with go ahead.
And Uncle Mike, it's okay to have just that feeling. And that's what we need to teach young people. It's okay to just have a feeling. My father did not give me money. We grew up poor. Nobody gave us. But they did give us hope. They did lay a foundation for us to do better. That sometimes is enough.
Okay.
And I am right now, I'm impinging my producer's job, and I would like to apologize to you, Katie, because the thing is, we're on a new program now, guys. We do 1 hour and out. I did a special today called it was Dr. Umar, and I thought we'd still get out in an hour. We almost an hour and a half, and we're still amped up, and we haven't even heard Tommy do his song. What is it? Yes, KK.
I would like to point out one thing, something that I always push and that people don't recognize, and I think Ms. Roslyn will definitely agree with me on this. And Rosemary Smith brought the question up. What did he do or other people do to help President Obama while he was in office? Voting him in was not enough. Did you continue to vote for the local positions?
Exactly.
That's the thing that a lot of people
do
not.
Thank you, Rosemary Smith.
Great. Thank you.
Before y'all respond, my boss is right. So I'm sorry, boss, to overstep you, but y'all gonna have to wrap it up. And I would love to hear Tommy, and I'm sure the rest of the Tuesday Colyar clan would as well. Thank you.
Thanks, Katie. You're on point.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, I thought this was gonna be exciting, and it was. I was a little, and I love Brother Umar, but I was a little disappointed that he won't let you talk. You'll talk louder than you talk over you, because we can't communicate that way, and I'm sorry about that. And I'm sorry when I took him down, he left, because he needed to hear all the things we're saying. And he's probably hearing them. And if he is, brother, know that you left here with respect, whether you know it or not. I just, we got to get everybody paneling. Plus, I extended my show over the hour just to make sure we can accommodate this gentleman. And I think he's a gentleman, and I think he's very smart, very wise. I don't agree with everything, but who do y'all know in your life that you agree with all this?
Everything.
Nobody. I don't agree with all the song. Yes, I do. I agree with everything Sonia says. I don't give a damn what y'all say about that. Okay, let me thank the panel. You guys went way beyond the Call of Duty. I asked you for 3 questions just in case we had time, but most of us couldn't even get in one because it was so robust and it was great. And you know, and there's no downing of anyone. I think we learned a lot here. We moved ideas. Now, before you guys leave, stick around and let's hear this awesome vocalist leave us with music, which is love. How you doing, Tommy?
I'm good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy J is a regular here on Tuesday. He come in and kill it every single solitary week. Knock it out the ballpark. Can we please bring him on, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, we're not doing that. Yeah. Woo!
Good morning, Colyar clan. This is a dangerous acoustic version. I've got something to confess. As of lately, I've been a bit of mess. You could have caught me smoking a cigarette. I was such a hypocrite, and now I'm trying better every day to live less like a slave. I can't be stuck in my mess, 'cause I'm not the only one that it affects. When you look around, you'll see it's not just me, but collectively. I'm talking about we. Oh, we need you. Oh, we need you to make it less dangerous. Make it less dangerous. Dangerous just to live, just to exist. Yeah, make it less dangerous. Oh, make it less dangerous to be in my own skin, in my own skin. Dangerous, make it less dangerous. Oh, make it less dangerous. Oh, make it less dangerous. Oh, make it less dangerous. Make it less dangerous. Make it less dangerous. Oh. I love some sour Skittles, it's not a crime. I got a favorite gray hoodie that I wear all the time. This country's been at war like all of my life. Now we wanna act like we oh so worried about who we bringing inside. Hey, when you look around, you'll see it's not just Trump, hey, but collectively, I'm talking about we. Oh, we need you. Yeah, oh, we need you, you and you, to make it less dangerous. Make it less dangerous, dangerous just to live, just to exist. Ooh, yeah, make it less dangerous. Ooh, make it less dangerous to be in my own skin, yeah, in my own skin. Dangerous, ooh, make it less dangerous. Dangerous just to live, just to exist. Make it less dangerous. Make it less dangerous to be in my own skin, in my own skin. Come on, make it less. Come on and make it less. Ooh, come on and make it less. Oh, make it less, make it less. Oh, make it less, make it less. Ooh, yeah, make it less, make it less. Ooh, make it less, make it less. All over the world, make it less, make it less. You can make it less, make it less. Thank y'all so much. Good morning, Colyar clan. It's been a hell of a morning, hasn't it?
It has. It's been one hell of a morning.
It was a dangerous show.
Yes, it was. It was.
It has been a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious kind of day. It has thrown off our new program a bit, but folks, it was a special occasion. You know, we had on a huge speaker, and we had to give him his platform and let him speak much as we can get in and still be able to do the show. I think it was worth it. We're going to stay on our program of being a solid hour from now on, but this was worth it. I like the battles. I like the people who got in. Just when you can't hear people, then that ain't cool. But for people to all have their opinions, I loved hearing his history, man. I loved hearing about his family, his connected to Frederick Douglass and his grandpa. All that was good. It didn't fall apart till somebody else wanted to have an opinion too. But anyway, that's funny to me. I'm sorry that you don't think that's funny, Tommy. That's just hilarious.
Well, I just have so much to say about it, and we don't have no more time.
Well, you had something to say? You can say it right now.
I just think, there's Dr. Umar has, like you said, some lovely things to say. A lot of times, what can get in the way of people hearing him is his own self, and he, I mean, sometimes people can label him his language as hateful language, and I think he means Snow Bunny in all love and fairness. And toward his own people. You know how like you can be racist in a way that you love your own. That's the true definition of racism, is to love your own race. And I think that sometimes he can, the shadow of like how he's saying what he's saying and the fact that he thinks that you need to hear what he has to say can block people from listening to him. You know,
and sometimes people don't want to hear yours. They just want to say theirs.
Well, but like, so like, I don't, if I was Dr. Umar, if I was walking around with the amount of information that he wields so well, he wields it well too. I wouldn't want to hear that long setup of how many things Obama did in his presidency, only because we all lived that history. And if we have the competency, we can look and do all that research just as that man did. Dr. Umar, none of the information that he said, I'm sure, was new to Dr. Umar. So he's like, okay, get to your point, because I've said this already. And if you know me and follow me, if you do follow me, like you just said, then you would know that my stance on Obama is not going to be changed by something you had to say in a question for me. You should have asked for some insight instead of trying to get me to retract something that I said. That's where Dr. Umar was kind of, you know, he
was insightful. I want to just piggyback. He was insightful on things because he gave definitions of the reasoning of him saying it. Snow Bunny, when he said it, he said, I don't hate white women. He gave the education, and he gave his description on why he says that. So I mean, I kind of agree. It was like it's a two-way that it went.
But would you like to be called the chocolate bunny?
Me
would
as
you like to be called the chocolate bunny?
So me as an entertainer, I don't care. Now,
no, not entertainer. As a woman, you're a woman first. Before we either of us are entertainment, I'm a man. You're a woman. Would you like white men to call you a chocolate bunny?
Right, well, you call me on the bad week. This week, a white man can call me that. He can. If he rich, he can call me that. If he is
wait, everybody, I'm sorry. As y'all know, the show is way over time.
But we gotta go to Instagram.
Excuse me. We made a promise, and we have to finish it. We have a contest. We talked about it at the end of the show. And for 3 days, we keep saying we have a contest, and then we leave, and then after the show, we forget. We have to do the contest. We're doing it right now, as we said we would, at the end of the show. You could be in the contest too, Tommy. Anybody who wasn't at my house could be in this contest.
I already know what's in your cabinet.
You know the 5 cereal that's in my cabinet. I'll bet you $500 you don't.
How you gonna bet me? How you gonna bet me? Is the prize $500?
The prize is $100.
How you gonna bet me more than what the prize?
Because you said that you knew. You just said
I know. I was just talking shit though, because it's after 8.
Because I took a picture, so when I say it, I'm not making it up. When you come up with the answer, I'm gonna show you the picture of the 5 box of cereal. Okay, so right now, y'all throw it up real quick because the show that went into what is going on? What?
I'm getting ready to let them know. One vote, people. If you vote more than once, you're disqualified.
Oh, you're giving rules for the show. Right. Thank you. So, yeah, you got to put up 5 cereals. You can only put in 1 vote. And if you get all 5, $100 right now. So, I'll give you, like I said, ain't going to be no stuff like muesli or fucking, what's it look like hay? What's that shit look like hay that people eat?
Wheaties.
Now, Wheaties ain't like hay. Wheaties are little round circles of
It looks like hay when you
Little
put the
round
milk on there.
circles of hay.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Shredded wheat
Shredded wheat.
looks like hay. Shredded wheat looks like hay, but not no. What Cheerios are you? What kind of damn Cheerios are you eating?
You ain't say Cheerios. I said Wheaties, bros.
Wheaties is a round cereal, right?
No, Wheaties is what you and Katie just said. You know I'm from country. I'm from St. Louis.
Wait, Wheaties are just the same as the
No,
It's
and
the
it's
same.
shredded
It's
wheat?
the same. It's the same one. Wheaties ain't the Wheaties the square little thing that look like hay. Say the name. Say the real name for it. You just said it.
For Wheaties or for? Oh, you talking about the other thing I said? Shredded wheat.
And
we call them Wheaties.
No,
No,
Wheaties.
those aren't the
No,
same thing.
Wheaties
That's
is the
not the
one that
same
had.
thing, no matter what you call them. There's a box of cereal that has the words Wheaties across them. That's what Wheaties are.
Wheaties across
the other thing, shredded wheat, is like it looks like a SOS pad, right?
Yeah.
Ray, have you ever seen?
Yes.
It's like an SOS pad.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, I gave y'all enough clues of what it ain't. So right now, throw it up right now, and we'll see if anybody won. I do have the answers right here in front of me, and y'all can go right now as we wrap it up, and then we'll get to the very end.
Can I name them? Can I name the five?
Even though I think you are cuckoo, I don't think you got Cocoa Puffs up there.
No, I wouldn't have nothing like that in my house.
He got Frosted Flakes, Smacks, Honey Nut Cheerios, Fruit Loops, and Raisin Bran.
I know you got Fruit Loops in there. I agree with the
You
Fruit
only
Loops.
get 2 out of 5. Okay, let's
Fruit
see
Loops?
if anybody gets it before
we can't.
Go ahead.
Can't
What
say
you have? What you have, Tom?
No, I said Fruit Loops too. That's the first
yeah,
one.
I'm not a Fruit Loops fan. I mean, if that's all somebody had at their house when we was having cereal, I would eat it, but no, I wouldn't go buy it. Where we at?
You ready for me to start? What we got?
Pops. He probably got
Yeah,
Pops.
let's see what we got. Where they at? Where the ones we at?
He got Pops, huh?
He got Pops.
He looked like his head looked like a pop.
The first one was
he got honeycomb.
People are always trying to tell jokes. Okay.
Zed Jackson said Frosted Flakes, Cheerios, Raisin Bran, Tricks, and Fruit Loops.
Okay, no. Come on, give me one more.
Tricks are for kids.
Frosted Flakes, Honey Smacks, Sugar Pops, Cocoa Krispies, and Captain Crunch.
Ooh, Captain
Shoot.
Crunch.
Say that again.
Frosted Flakes, Honey Smacks.
Okay, Frosted Flakes. Okay, go ahead.
Honey Smacks, Sugar Pops, Cocoa Krispies, and Captain Crunch.
Who the hell said that?
Rosemary Smith.
Rosemary Smith just won that money.
Whoa!
Who the hell said that?
Rosemary
And she had
Smith.
the best comment of the day.
But Rosemary
Smith just won that, and I'm gonna put it up and show it to you. I ain't making it up. Those are the 5. She named all 5.
But boss, it ain't called honey. It ain't called Honey Pops. Whatever y'all
She
think of
Pops. She told me the exact name.
Honey Smacks.
Cocoa Crispy, Frosted Flakes, Corn Pops, Captain Crunch, and Honey Smacks. She told me all of them, and that's the 5.
We don't even care. I'm just playing.
You won that 100 care. Yeah, the person won that 100 care. I tell you that. Is that Rosemary?
Rosemary Smith, can you please right now, this very second, put your Cash App into the chat?
Throw it up quick.
Or DM me at $KatieFunnyAF on Instagram right now.
Or Miss Rosemary, you can Cash App me, and then I'll just Cash App you back.
That was impressive. And Straya, for the record, if she called them Snow Bunny Pops, she still won.
That was Rosemary Smith one, right? Yeah. 100 smackaroos for you today, young lady. And I guarantee you're going to have it today. It won't be tomorrow or the next day. All right, go ahead.
And Freeway, do you need a better thing? Because calling us Chocolate Bunny and Rich White Men calling us Chocolate Bunny, we already know our credit score.
The show is still going?
We already know.
And we're still going. Okay, so
y'all look good.
Okay, I got to wrap it up. We're an hour 40 and we're still going. I don't really agree, Mr. Tommy Man, with what you were saying about that list my man put together. I'm glad he did that list, and I hope it bothered him that you listed all the things that Barack Obama did. It doesn't matter if other people in the world heard that list before. What matters is here's a guy saying he ain't did nothing, and you came right on and read the laundry list, nigga. I love that. I was just sorry I wasn't that prepared. That's all the question was. What he do? You told him what he did.
That's
Boom.
it.
And now they're trying to say Kamala ain't doing shit. Kamala ain't this. I just don't understand black people who claim they black people who don't support black people. I don't get it. That's probably a mystery to me. So we got to roll. Let me tell you, Ray, you got down. You kicked ass. You took names. I didn't know where you was coming from. I thought you was gonna say some silly giggly shit. Thank you very much.
Uncle, I wanted to ask him about Puff Daddy and the baby oil.
I did too. I got all kind of stuff. I got Puff Daddy questions. I got more Kamala questions. We didn't get to it, but it was good. I thought that he was gonna remain civil enough so we could come back for round 3. Now that we know it takes a long time, I wouldn't even have a one-on-one. We just get people in, ask the question. That would be fly.
Yeah.
But call him back, Bob. Call him back.
I am gonna call him back, but it only works if he's gonna be, gentleman about it. We can't step people down by talking louder than him. Anybody can talk louder. And me, I got the button. Pow! Okay, all right. Gotta go, guys. It's been a great show, a long show. Every show from this day on will be 1 hour and only 1 hour. I gotta thank my friend Banky Pounds for always coming here and bring a busload of people with him. I gotta thank Ray for always being an outstanding comedian, a gentleman, and a very smart man. Thank you very much. Tommy, you sizzled that shit. We was over here, me and other producer talking about that boy is killing it. You killed as you always do, Tommy. You are a genius. Miss Roslyn Ray out of DC, attorney to the stars. Thank you for being here. I thought this was really fun. I wish we could do more long ones, but nope. We're going to 1 hour after this. I think we got everybody. It's the Michael Colyar Morning Show. We went way too long. Now we got to go. We out of here. We out of here. So have no fear, because we out of here. Hey, we got Katie and Stray at 2, and Tommy did his thing like we always do. And Bank now is ready for the good fight. And then you got Ray, who's right. Always right with his list of things. And it ain't nothing but a chicken wing. And Roslyn Ray, she knows how to play with that legal thing. Knows what to say. Whoa! We out of just like her. Gotta got places to go and things to do. So be true to you and keep love first. It's gonna be all right. As soon as the swelling go down. I'll see y'all later.
Let's do a woo woo before we leave.
Everybody, let's get an international woo woo woo. Here we go. Woo woo woo. Yeah, it's the Michael Colyar Morning Show. We'll see you tomorrow morning. We got a really good show tomorrow. Come back and see us. God bless you, Charles Walden, the first comedian on cerebral palsy, and he's still funny as hell. See you later, and I'm cutting this thing off. Now, once I say it's gone, you got 3 seconds to say goodbye. Boom, there it is.